There's an old Buddhist story, koan, whatever you call them, where a Buddhist tells this guy to wash his bowl. And he's like, well, how do I get enlightenment? And he's like, just wash your bowl. If your bowl is dirty, wash your bowl. And I have this thing where sometimes there's a little voice inside me that says, listen. And lately I haven't been. I have not been listening to that voice, and I've been ignoring that voice. And things have taken a turn in not a good direction. I've gained some weight. I have a double chin. It's gross. I am in a strange position. Up is down, down is up, all that kind of stuff. And I'm a little lost. And tonight, it was weird. Today at work, I thought to myself, you need to make a video. You need to make a video tonight. And I even remember saying to myself, like, I haven't been doing that much lately. I've kind of been neglecting this thing that I supposedly love doing. And I've been neglecting doing these. And I told myself, you should do this thing. You're not gonna want to later on tonight, but you really need to do this thing. And I came home and I did eat healthy for the first time in a long time. I just ate some chicken breast and some vegetables. So that was one small step in the right direction. And then I was in bed. I was lying in bed, and I've been watching TV lately. I've been watching The Sopranos. Never watched it before, not in its entirety. So I'm starting it from the beginning. It's an enjoyable show, of course. People love it. It's good. And I watched an episode and a half. I got through like half an episode last night. And then I finished that one and one more tonight. And I was about to watch another one. And I heard that little voice. And for like a week and a half, I have not washed my dishes. They've just been sitting in my sink, and they're gross. And I don't even want to get into it. They were gross. And so today after work, I did my dishes. So I did my dishes after work, and then tonight I made chicken in my Instapot. And then I made dinner, and I put in a little plastic Tupperware that I eat my dinner in a lot of the times. And I was sitting in bed, and that little voice said, "Wash your bowl." And there was a part of me that wanted to fight that. And I went to the bathroom and I ate my pills that I need to eat because because that's what I have to do according to the doctors and according to experience. Eat my pills. And I knew that voice was right. I knew that voice that told me to wash my bowl in the Zen understanding of things. And I'm not even a Buddhist or any kind of anything formless sort of thing. But I knew I needed to do that. So I went and I washed my bowl. And I washed it, and then I washed all the dishes. I didn't put them away because they need to dry, but I washed them. And then I said, okay, now you did your dishes and you can go to bed. You can watch one more episode of The Sopranos and then you can go to bed. But then that little voice peeped up one more time and it said, make a video. And as I'm saying that, I'm reminded of this story of Aubrey Plaza that she tells. Aubrey? Anyway, I remember this story that she tells where she was, she wanted to be an actor. And she tells this story about how it was one of those Saturdays or Sundays where like someone wanted her to be in something and she was kind of like, do I really want to? I don't know. But she was like, I want to do it. I mean, I want to be an actor. I'm going to do this thing. Am I really feeling it like super much right at this moment? No. Would I rather sit in my bed, be lazy? Sure. But she went and she did it. And I think that was either like somehow that is what was like the trigger to her becoming Aubrey Plaza that we all know and love. Maybe this will be my video that we all know and love me from. Maybe not. But this is getting me back on the right path. Listening to my little voice. And I'm so thankful for a lot of things, but I'm really thankful for Emma Chamberlain because she is wise and she is original. She is cool. And she said something about this before. She has a whole podcast about listening to your gut and how when she didn't is when things went bad, and when she did is when things went well. Tonight, I was all set to just watch another episode of The Sopranos and then go to bed with dirty dishes and I was going to say unsung. I'm singing my song right now. Birds get up in the morning and they sing their song. Marcus Aurelius gets up in the morning and he governs. This might be the last thing I ever do. It might be. Hopefully it won't be. Hopefully I get to do more of these, but this might be the last thing I ever do. And I've been thinking a lot lately about trying your hardest and what's that even mean? Especially with something like this. Like, I've tried pretty hard, I put thought and effort into a lot of this. I built a foundation. Maybe there's good and evil, and I've tried to be good. Haven't always succeeded. Good night, Irene.